Welcome to this presentation where we talk about cancer stage versus grade and how the questions in the exams will be asked and to get a clear idea about what is what and what is important where. So without further delay, let's get started. Regarding the cancer staging, the key points are the stage means extent of tumor spread. That's what we should know. So how far it has been extended. That is determined by the word cancer staging. So the anatomical extent of the tumor is denoted by the word cancer staging. That's all. Now they have a classification to determine that. That is the TNM. It is the classification. It is to determine the extent of the tumor spread. T stands for tumor size and invasiveness. N stands for lymph node involvement. M stands for distant metastasis. So when the cancer is stage 0, that means the cancer is in situ, that is it is confined above the basement membrane. It has not crossed the basement membrane, that is stage 0. But by the term microinvasion, it means it has crossed the basement membrane. So that is the earliest sign that the staging has advanced. The third one is about the prognosis. So mostly here we are talking about the melanoma prognosis, because melanoma is the one which is when it is confined to the basement membrane, we call it as cancer in situ, that is the stage 0. And when it has crossed the basement membrane, then we call it as microinvasion. Now the second part of the question is melanoma prognosis. So the melanoma prognosis will depend on the depth of the invasion. That means when the melanoma has progressed beyond the basement membrane and beyond, and when it reaches the subcutaneous tissue, that is the hypodermis, then it is in the highest stage because it has progressed. So the point here to emphasize is that the distant the organ metastasis, the highest stage that it is. So when it is present only in that place, then it is not in the highest stage, but when it has metastasis to another distant organ, then it is in the highest stage. The final message is for skin cancer such as melanoma, don't get tricked. The prognosis is not about crossing the membrane, but it is about how deep the invasion goes. So when it reaches the subcutaneous tissue, it is worst prognosis. Let's see about the other component, that is a grade. The grade means the number of mitosis as well as the degree of anaplasia. That's it. So what do we know about the number of mitosis? When the cancer cells that are dividing is dividing at a very fast rate, or the degree of anaplasia, that is anaplasia means undifferentiation, or the extent to which it goes to the primitive level, immaturity. So the degree of immaturity is anaplasia. When the anaplasia as well as mitosis will determine the cancer grade. High anaplasia in the sense it is a primitive stem appearance. High grade will happen when there is a high number of nucleoli. So what does it mean? When there is an increased protein synthesis, then there is increased high number of nucleoli. When there is increased nuclear cytoplasmic ratio, that is when there is a huge nucleus, then again it means that it is a high grade marker. Ki67 staining will indicate that it is a high grade marker because it is indicating an actively dividing cell. All these indicates a high mitotic activity, which indirectly means that there is a high grade marker. So now this is about stage and this is about grade. So we have seen both. Which is more important for prognosis? The cancer stage is more important for prognosis. Even though cancer grade looks very sinister, the stage, that is metastasis, is more important for prognosis. Low stage, high grade. It is not very. It sounds scary, but it is not real. But the prognosis is better. But a high stage, low grade, that is it is metastasis to a faraway organ, but the cancer cells are slow dividing and well differentiated. It looks benign, but then it has a worse prognosis. So this is how you will be tricked in the exam, and you should make your mind that the stage progression is the scariest thing. That is the lymph node involvement, metastasis to the organs. Even though the cancer cells may be very much well differentiated, mitosis in a very highest rate, compared to that, the stage when they are in a high stage, it is really bad. So for MLE exams especially, always prioritizing staging over grading will get you the answers right. With this, we have come to the end of our presentation. All the best for your exams.